In this lesson, we will be talking about how to restrain a small dog for jugular venipuncture. When it comes to restraining a small dog for jugular venipuncture, the person who would be performing this procedure would be a vet assistant in the vet clinic, and the vet technician or the veterinarian would be performing the actual jugular venipuncture. The purpose of this restraint is to restrain that small dog on their chest with their head up to allow the veterinarian or the vet technician the ability to access the jugular vein on the neck. And this is used for blood draw. This slide demonstrates the proper location of the jugular vein. Step 1 of restraint of a small dog for jugular venipuncture is the student will place a noose leash on the dog and has the dog sit. Step 2, the student would place one arm around the dog's neck and place the other arm around the dog's back to grasp the forelimbs. Step 3, the student would push the dog's back with their body to encourage the dog to lie down. Step 4, the student would hold the head up under the jaw, away from the chest. This can be achieved by cupping the hand underneath the muzzle and pushing the head upward. Step 5, with the student's other hand, they'll grasp the front legs and extend them over the end of the table.
Hi, my name is Courtney Jones. I am a licensed veterinary technician, and today I will be demonstrating how to restrain a small dog for jugular venipuncture. This is most commonly used just to draw blood work or lab work on the dog's jugular vein, which run on either side of their neck. This can be used to run diagnostics in the veterinary hospital or to send out for specific diagnostic tests. The person restraining the small dog can be anyone with minimal experience. It can be a kennel assistant, it can be a veterinary assistant, or a veterinary technician. Just as long as they are comfortable holding the animal and understand the venipuncture itself, they should be able to restrain this animal with no problem. As for the person completing this procedure, this is most likely done, like we said, for blood draws, so a veterinary technician or an experienced veterinary assistant who is comfortable with a jugular venipuncture can complete this procedure. So to start, I'm going to simply start by placing a noose leash on the dog. For my noose leash, I'm just going to place the end of the leash through the metal loop to create a loop in the leash and place over the dog's head on the neck. I always go in front of the dog so they can see what I'm doing and I don't startle them from going behind. Once I get the noose leash on the dog, I want to place the dog in a sternal recumbency. To do this, I'm just going to place my left hand around their neck. I'll be placing my right hand around their body and grasping both of their front limbs. And with the pressure of my body, I'm going to swiftly place them in a sitting and then sternal position to scoot them towards the end of the table and grasp their forelimbs towards the floor off of the table. Once I've completed that, I want to cup my hand, grab their muzzle, and pull that away from their chest. From there, I want to look at their neck and see if there's anything in the way. I can see that my leash is in the way, so I'm just going to pull that up. And now the dog's neck is completely exposed to the technician or assistant who will be completing the jugular venipuncture. Once the procedure has been completed, I can then pull the dog back onto the table, and we have completed restraining this small dog for a jugular venipuncture.
Today, I will be properly demonstrating how to restrain a small dog for jugular venipuncture. I will put a noose leash on the dog, and I will have the dog sit. I will place one arm around the dog's neck and the other arm around the dog's back to grasp the forelimbs. I will push the dog's back with my body to encourage the dog to lie down. I will hold the head up under the jaw, away from the chest. This can be achieved by cupping my hand underneath the muzzle and by pushing the head upward. With my other hand, I will grasp the front legs and extend them over the end of the table. This will allow the veterinarian the opportunity to perform a jugular venipuncture. In summary, when restraining a small dog for jugular venipuncture, one must, number 1, put a noose leash on the dog and have the dog sit. Number 2, place one arm around the dog's neck and place the other arm around the dog's back to grasp the forelimbs. Step 3, push the dog's back with your body to encourage the dog to lie down. Step 4, hold the head up under the jaw, away from the chest, and this can be achieved by cupping their hand underneath the muzzle and by pushing the head upward. And lastly, step 5, with their other hand, grasp the front legs and extend them over the end of the table. At this point in time, the vet technician or the veterinarian can now properly perform a jugular venipuncture.